Hello, I'm Tony from Bonner's Music, and this is my very quick demonstration movie on the Hammond SK1-88 stage keyboard. Now, I've chosen to do a quick demonstration on this particular model because I feel it's a real best kept secret really of the keyboard world, because if you're looking for a really great keyboard to use on stage, something that's lightweight to carry but has got great piano sounds but equally as good organ sounds, then you really should consider the SK1-88. Now of course it's very lightweight, like I said, so it's easy to carry about. There are actually three models in the range. This is the 88 key version, which is a full-length grand piano keyboard, but there's also an SK1-61 and a 73. Now the sound engine in all three models is exactly the same. The difference is in the keyboard. In the 88 key version, which I have here, it's a slightly heavier action. It's not as heavy as a fully weighted stage piano, but it does offer some resistance, and you can get quite a bit of expressiveness into your playing using this key bed. So it keeps the weight down if you want to carry it around, but it still feels nice to play when you're doing a lot of piano work. So let's start just by listening to the piano sound. It's a really lovely stereo grand piano sound. Just take a listen to this. So in addition to the standard stereo grand piano sound, there is also a bright grand piano as well. And Hammond have also chosen to include a sample of the classic Yamaha CP80 electric grand. So what I like about the Hammond SK series is that everything is hands-on. If you want to change the reverb, you can literally just turn the knob on the end of the panel here. If you want to change the type of reverb, then you just hold down the button that's underneath the knob and you select on the screen the different parameters for the reverb. So that's the type of reverb, the depth and the length of time, that kind of thing. Same goes for lots of other features. They're all got their own dedicated panel buttons, which is kind of a bit like Nord and also what Yamaha have done with their new CP series. But the way it's implemented in Hammond, it's very simple. There's not too many knobs and switches all over the panel, but the ones that you really need for everyday playing and for live performance are there where you need them. If you want to add some chorus or perhaps tremolo or auto pan or wah or something to the sound, again, there's a separate effect control here. You just press the button underneath, and then again on screen you can select the type of effect that you want. It's got an EQ section here as well, which is great if you're playing live on stage with an acoustic piano sound and you need to cut through against other instruments perhaps, then I tend to just turn the treble up a little bit and roll the bass off a tiny bit as well, and then that works, especially if you're playing in a band with a guitarist and a bass player and a drummer. It tends to work very well. What I'm going to do now is just show you some of the classic keyboard bass sounds. So this is the sound of the Fender Rhodes. And there's also a really great preset on here which is called EP Phase, and it's basically a Fender Rhodes with phasing effect added to it. It's a really nice, warm, lush sound. Have a listen to this. And another very popular keyboard voice is the sound of the clav. So it's a great clav sample. It's nice and bright, but it's also got a bit of depth to it. Just listen to this kind of funky clav sound. So the SK1, as well as having really good keyboard voices, you can actually layer those with the organ sound engine. So over on the left here, I have your traditional Hammond drawbar setup, and of course, being a Hammond, it has the very best organ sounds that are in a portable keyboard. But what I can do is actually layer the piano sound engine and all the other sounds that are in there with the organ section. And what I like that is quite clever with a Hammond is that you can assign your expression pedal. I'm using the Hammond EXP50J expression pedal here on the floor. I chose that one because A, it's 100% compatible with the Hammond, but also it's a nice big solid pedal. There are other pedals made by perhaps Roland, for instance, like the EV5 expression pedal, but it's a small plastic thing and it tends to get kicked around the floor a bit. So the Hammond EXP50J is a nice solid metal construction. So I've got that plugged into the SK1-88, and I've assigned the expression pedal to just the organ sound. So I can play my piano, but then bring the organ in and out as I please on my expression pedal using my feet. So let's have a listen to the acoustic piano sound layered with the drawbar organs. You'll also see that I'm using the Leslie control whilst I'm playing as well. So as you can see, everything is very easy to get your hands on while you're playing. So finally, I'm just going to draw your attention to some of the other useful features that are found in the SK1 series of instruments. First of all, there's a music player. So over here on the left, we have a volume control here marked music player, and there's a couple of song play and stop buttons. What that's for is you can play audio files direct from the USB stick, so a WAV file or an MP3 file, literally plug it in the back, choose a song player, and you can play along with some backing tracks that you've created, perhaps using your computer or downloaded from the internet. It's got one of the best organ sound engines that you'll find in any keyboard, and mixed with some really great other keyboard voices. There are more than just piano sounds, there's string sounds, there's a few brass sounds, and you can actually download more sounds from the Hammond website as well. There's some really good high quality samples you can download from the Hammond site. In the middle here, you have your favourites section, and that's used for storing your presets. So if you create a split or a layer voice, you can then store that into your presets. There's 100 different presets, and there are 10 buttons, so you can access your favourite 10 at any one time, which is great for if you're a live keyboard player. You've got dedicated transpose buttons and octave shift up and down if you need them. And overall, it's just a really good gigging keyboard. If you need something to take on the road that's got both good keyboard voices and organ voices, then the SK1 is the ideal tool for the job. So You can either purchase this from our website, which you'll see the address at the bottom of the screen, and there are also links in the description to the product pages. But also, if you want to come and try a Hammond SK1-88, come to one of our stores where you can actually see this on display and have a try of it yourself and compare it with other instruments that are on the market at the time. Just give us a call to make sure the thing that you're looking for is in stock and on display at the time you want to come and visit us. So thanks very much for watching this movie. Please check out my other keyboard demonstration movies, or give us a call or send us an email if you've got any questions. Thanks very much. See you soon.